You are not waiting for your blessings, they are waiting for you. Everything you have imagined, everything you have longed for already exists in a state of fulfillment. The universe does not withhold, it mirrors. It does not delay, it delivers in divine precision. What you hold in your mind with conviction becomes the reality you experience. The universe does not give you what you want, it gives you what you believe to be true. Every thought you dwell upon, every assumption you accept, and every feeling you persist in molds the fabric of your existence. This is not a theory, it is the very foundation upon which your reality stands. If you believe life is difficult, filled with struggle and hardship, then you will find endless proof to validate that assumption. Every door will seem locked, every opportunity fleeting, and every effort will appear to be met with resistance. But this is not because the universe is against you. It is because you are unconsciously commanding it to reflect the state you live in. Consider the moments when things seemed to work in your favor effortlessly. When you felt confident, at peace, and aligned with your desires, the right people showed up, the right opportunities unfolded, and life seemed to flow without resistance. That was not a coincidence. That was a demonstration of the universe mirroring your inner state. The great secret is this: you are always manifesting, whether consciously or unconsciously. There is never a moment when you are not creating your reality. Your dominant thoughts, the ones that occupy your mind the most, send out a silent command to the unseen forces that shape your world. The universe, being neutral and responsive, simply reflects what you accept as real. This is why those who constantly dwell in worry, fear, or doubt experience circumstances that reinforce those emotions. They are not unlucky, they are not cursed, they are simply living within the framework of their dominant assumptions. Their reality is not punishing them, it is obeying them. On the other hand, those who expect success, love, and abundance, those who walk through life with an unshakable knowing that good things are meant for them, find themselves in a world where everything seems to unfold perfectly. It is not because they are special, nor because they were chosen. It is because they have chosen to believe in a reality where success, love, and abundance are natural. You do not need to force external circumstances to change. You do not need to struggle or fight against what currently is. Instead, shift within. Assume the reality you desire as already true and persist in that assumption. Feel it in your heart. Live in the certainty of it, and the world will bend to match your belief. If you find yourself surrounded by lack, rejection, or difficulty, do not accept it as permanent or unchangeable. Do not make the mistake of thinking that what you see today must determine what comes tomorrow. Everything you experience is a reflection of past assumptions, and the moment you decide to change within, the reflection must follow. This is the power you hold. No one else determines what you can or cannot have. No outside force has the ability to limit you. The only limits that exist are the ones you unconsciously accept, but the moment you recognize your ability to shift your assumptions, you step into your true power. The universe is not outside of you, it is responding to you. It does not have opinions, preferences, or judgments. It simply takes the state you embody and brings it into form. If you assume yourself to be wealthy, opportunities will arise. If you assume yourself to be loved, relationships will flourish. If you assume yourself to be powerful, circumstances will confirm it. Your only task is to decide what you wish to experience and to accept it as already true. Once you do, reality has no choice but to conform. The moment you desire something, it is already created in the unseen. Your longing is not a sign of lack. It is proof that what you seek is already yours in a different dimension, waiting for you to align with it. The universe does not operate on delays or denials. It responds instantly to the beliefs you hold. What you call waiting is not the universe withholding from you, but your own mind resisting the truth that it is already done. Everything exists in potential form. Every possibility, every reality, every version of yourself is already present. The moment a desire arises within you, it is not something you need to chase, force, or beg for. It is something that has already been set in motion. But whether you experience it in your physical world depends entirely on whether you accept it as real. The universe does not operate through time as you understand it. It operates through alignment. The version of you who has what you desire already exists. Your only task is to embody that version now. When you think of your desires as distant, you push them away. When you think of them as uncertain, you keep them in limbo. But when you accept them as already yours, they must materialize. Your belief is the bridge between the unseen and the seen. The reason so many people feel stuck is that they are waiting for external confirmation before they allow themselves to believe. But that is not how reality works. You do not wait for proof. You become the proof. You do not wait to see it. You see it within first. Your imagination is the key. What you can vividly picture and emotionally feel is already a reality. The more real it feels within you, the faster it manifests in your external world. This is why the most powerful thing you can do is to live in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Not as something you hope will happen, not as something you desperately need, but as something that is already part of your life. You do not need to manipulate or control circumstances. You do not need to figure out the how. The path will unfold naturally once you step into the state of already having. The people, opportunities, and situations will move in perfect coordination. The world will shift in ways you could never predict because it is responding to your inner reality. The only thing standing between you and what you want is the illusion of separation, the belief that it is far from you. But there is no distance between you and your desire. The moment you claim it mentally and emotionally, it is already on its way to you. There is no force in the universe that can deny what you have fully accepted as true. It may not appear instantly in physical form, but the process begins immediately. The more you trust in this unseen movement, the faster you will witness it materialize. Doubt is the only delay. When you question whether it will happen, you create resistance. When you wonder if you are worthy, you block the flow. But when you move with certainty, when you embody the feeling of already having, the universe has no choice but to reflect that reality back to you. It must, because it is law. Your only work is to stay in the knowing that it is already done. Walk as if it is yours. Speak as if it is yours. Feel as if it is yours, not in arrogance, but in quiet certainty. And soon, what was once unseen will become undeniable. Reality does not shift through fleeting thoughts or momentary wishes. It shifts through persistence. What you consistently feel, believe, and assume to be true will take shape in your life. It is not enough to desire something briefly and then return to old patterns of doubt and fear. The universe responds to the dominant state you live in, not the passing desires you entertain. Every time you hold the feeling of already having what you desire, you are reinforcing that reality. Every time you persist in the assumption that it is done, you are solidifying it in the unseen. But the moment you waver, the moment you allow doubt to creep in, you delay the process. The world is not testing you, it is reflecting you. The only test is your ability to remain firm in your assumption despite appearances that suggest otherwise. Most people give up too soon. They let their senses dictate their beliefs instead of allowing their beliefs to reshape what they see. They check their circumstances for proof, and when they do not see immediate results, they assume their desire is not coming. But this is where persistence is required. You must train yourself to trust in the unseen, to remain in the state of already having, even when nothing around you seems to confirm it. Imagine planting a seed. You do not dig it up every day to check if it is growing. You water it, nurture it, and trust that in time it will break through the soil. The same principle applies to your desires. Once you have planted the seed of your assumption, your only job is to persist in the knowing that it is already growing beneath the surface. The moment you stop believing, it is as if you uproot the seed before it has a chance to bloom. Your feelings are the fuel of creation. If you persist in the feeling of already being the person who has what you want, your world must conform to that state. But if you persist in doubt, fear, or impatience, you create resistance. The universe is always responding. It is simply waiting for you to hold your assumption long enough for it to take form. There will be moments when nothing seems to be happening. You may feel as though your efforts are in vain, but these moments are not signs of failure. They are tests of persistence. Reality is reshaping itself in accordance with your assumption, and the longer you hold firm, the stronger the shift becomes. You must refuse to be swayed by circumstances. You must refuse to accept anything other than the fulfillment of your desire. This does not mean forcing or obsessing. It means living in the quiet confidence that what you have assumed must become real. It means choosing, moment after moment, to feel the truth of your desire already being yours. Think of those who have achieved great things. They were not the ones who entertained a desire for a day and then gave up when results did not appear instantly. They were the ones who persisted, who held on to their vision with unwavering belief, who continued to move as if it were already done. The world calls them lucky, but in truth they were simply masters of persistence. You are no different. The power that creates worlds is within you, responding to your dominant state of being. The only thing that stands between you and the life you desire is your ability to remain in the assumption of its fulfillment. When you master persistence, when you refuse to accept anything less than what you have chosen, the universe will have no choice but to bring it to you. There is nothing outside of you stopping you from having what you want. No force in the universe is working against you. No external circumstance has the power to dictate your destiny. The only barriers that exist are the ones you unconsciously accept as real. The moment you recognize this, you reclaim your power. You stop searching for reasons why things are not working and start realizing that the only thing standing between you and your desire is your own mindset. People spend their lives blaming circumstances, other people, and even fate for their struggles. They believe that something outside of them is blocking their success, their love, or their abundance. But this is the greatest illusion of all. The truth is that reality is only ever reflecting back what you assume to be true. If you believe something is stopping you, that belief alone is creating the block. If you believe you are limited, then limitations will manifest. But if you decide in full certainty that nothing outside of you has any power over your life, you will begin to experience a world where things move in your favor. Everything in your life right now is a product of your inner world. If you feel stuck, it is not because of external obstacles, it is because of the mental and emotional barriers you have unknowingly accepted. When you let go of those limitations, you will realize that the doors you thought were closed were never locked. You will see that the challenges you once believed were holding you back were merely reflections of old beliefs that you can now release. People often fear failure, rejection, or judgment, but those fears only have power if you give it to them. When you operate from a place of confidence and certainty, nothing can truly stop you. Circumstances may shift, obstacles may appear, but they will not define you. You will move through them with ease because you will no longer see them as barriers, you will see them as opportunities to reaffirm your power. There is no need to fight against anything. The idea of struggle is an illusion created by the belief in opposition. But what if you accepted that nothing was actually in your way? What if you moved through life knowing that all things were working together to bring you what you desire? The moment you embrace this mindset, resistance dissolves. You stop seeing problems and start seeing possibilities. You stop reacting to limitations and start creating new realities. The only thing you ever need to change is your assumption. If you assume that you are blocked, life will prove you right. If you assume that you are free to have, be, and do anything you desire, life will prove you right. The universe does not choose sides. It simply mirrors the reality you have chosen. And you are choosing in every moment, whether consciously or unconsciously. When you finally let go of the belief in outside forces controlling your destiny, you step into true freedom. You no longer wait for permission, for circumstances to align, or for the right time. You decide that the time is now. You decide that there are no real barriers, only illusions that you refuse to accept any longer. You become unstoppable, not because the world changes, but because you have changed the way you see yourself within it. You do not need to wait for the perfect conditions. You do not need approval. You do not need luck. You only need to claim what is already yours. The moment you do, the illusion of obstacles fades and the path ahead becomes clear. Gratitude is not merely an act of appreciation. It is a state of being that aligns you with the very things you desire. When you live in gratitude, you are not just thanking the universe for what you already have, you are affirming that you are in possession of all that you seek. Gratitude is the energy of already having. It is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, the key that unlocks the flow of abundance into your life. Most people see gratitude as something to express after receiving what they want. They believe they must wait for their desires to materialize before they can feel thankful. But this is an illusion that keeps them trapped in a state of waiting. True gratitude is not conditional. It is not dependent on circumstances. It is a choice, a decision to feel the joy and fulfillment of already having, even before the physical evidence appears. When you embody gratitude, you are sending a powerful signal to the universe that you are already in possession of your desire. And because reality is shaped by your internal state, the universe has no choice but to mirror that back to you. When you feel grateful for something as if it has already happened, you collapse the illusion of time and draw that reality into your present experience. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance. When you are constantly searching for what is missing, you reinforce the idea that you do not have enough. And because your reality reflects your dominant beliefs, you continue to experience situations that affirm that sense of lack. But the moment you shift your attention to what you do have, to all the blessings that already exist, you change the entire frequency of your being. Suddenly, you are no longer someone who is waiting to receive, you are someone who already has, and from that state, more will flow to you effortlessly. The universe does not respond to desperate longing or anxious waiting. It responds to the certainty of having. Gratitude is the purest expression of that certainty. When you wake up every day and give thanks, not just for what you can see, but for what is yet to come, you are declaring to the universe that your desires are already fulfilled. This is not wishful thinking. This is creation in its highest form. Many people struggle to manifest their desires because they focus too much on what is missing. They keep checking their current reality for signs, and when they do not see immediate results, they allow doubt to creep in. But gratitude removes the need for proof. It is an unwavering declaration that what you seek is already yours. And the more deeply you feel it, the faster it materializes. There is no limit to what you can receive when you approach life with a grateful heart. When you make gratitude a daily practice, you begin to see abundance in everything. Opportunities appear effortlessly, solutions reveal themselves with ease. The people and resources you need are drawn to you in perfect timing, not because you are chasing them, but because you are already vibrating at the frequency of having. Some people believe they have nothing to be grateful for, that their lives are too difficult, that their struggles are too great. But gratitude is not about denying challenges, it is about choosing to see the good within them. Every obstacle carries a lesson, every setback contains the seed of growth, and every moment holds something to appreciate. When you start finding reasons to be grateful in all situations, even the ones that seem unfavorable, you transform your entire experience of life. The secret to receiving is to give thanks before it arrives. When you can sit in silence, close your eyes, and feel the deep gratitude of already having what you desire, you are engaging in the most powerful act of creation. You are moving beyond hope, beyond wishing, and into the realm of certainty. You are no longer asking, you are knowing. And in that knowing, everything must come to you. The universe is never late. Everything unfolds in perfect timing, even when your mind tries to convince you otherwise. When you desire something deeply, it is easy to become restless, to wonder why it has not yet appeared, to feel as if you are waiting endlessly. But the truth is, you are never waiting. The universe is always arranging things in perfect alignment. What seems like a delay is often divine precision at work. Your manifestation is on its way, but it must arrive at the right moment. Not when you are impatient, not when you are doubting, but when you are truly ready to receive. Readiness is not about wanting something desperately. It is about becoming the person who naturally attracts it. It is about aligning your energy, your beliefs, and your actions with the reality you seek. The universe does not withhold your desires. It prepares you to hold them. Most people mistake preparation for delay. They believe that because they do not yet see results, nothing is happening. But just as a seed must first grow beneath the surface before it breaks through the soil, your manifestation is unfolding in ways you cannot yet perceive. The universe is orchestrating events, shifting circumstances, aligning people, and refining you into the version of yourself who can fully receive and sustain what you desire. If you were to receive your manifestation before you were truly ready, it would not serve you in the way you imagined. Imagine a person who desires great wealth, but still carries a scarcity mindset. If they were suddenly given immense riches without the inner shift to match, they would likely lose it just as quickly. Or imagine someone longing for love, but still holding on to past wounds. They may attract a relationship, but their unresolved fears would sabotage it. This is why the universe ensures that you are internally aligned before delivering what you seek. It is never about denial, it is about divine timing. The process of preparation may not always feel comfortable. You may be challenged, tested, or even pushed beyond what you thought you could handle. But every experience you go through is shaping you into the person who can receive and sustain the life you desire. Instead of seeing these moments as delays, recognize them as necessary steps in your transformation. The universe is not punishing you, it is refining you. Patience is not about passively waiting, it is about actively trusting. It is about knowing deep within that what you desire is already yours and that it is arriving in the most perfect way at the most perfect time. This trust removes anxiety, eliminates doubt, and allows you to enjoy the present moment. You stop looking at the clock, wondering when it will happen, and instead you step into the certainty that it is already unfolding. Think of all the times in your life when something you wanted arrived at just the right moment, perhaps even later than you expected, but in a way that turned out to be better than you could have planned. This is proof that the universe is always working in your favor, even when you cannot yet see how. The same is true now. Your desire is not being withheld, it is being arranged in ways that will serve you best. The key is to live as if you already have it, not in desperation, not in impatience, but in confidence. Speak as if it is already done. Walk as if it is already yours. Feel the gratitude now, and you will find that what you seek is much closer than you think. When you surrender the need to control the timing, you create space for miracles to unfold effortlessly. The universe never fails. Your only task is to trust its perfect timing. The universe is always listening, always responding, and always aligning to bring you exactly what you need at the perfect time. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are the seeds of your reality, and whatever you hold in your mind with certainty will manifest in your life. There are no barriers outside of you, only the illusions created by doubt and fear. The moment you shift your inner world, your external world must follow. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the doors of abundance. When you live as though your desires are already fulfilled, you send a powerful signal that attracts everything you seek. There is no need for struggle, no reason to chase, only the deep trust that what belongs to you is already making its way to you. The universe is never late. What appears to be a delay is actually divine timing, preparing you to receive in ways greater than you can imagine. Now is the time to step into certainty. Release the need to force or control. Trust in the unseen. Know that your desires are already on their way. The universe will repay you soon, not because you have begged or struggled, but because you have aligned yourself with the reality where your dreams are already fulfilled. Hold that knowing, embody that truth, and watch as everything unfolds in your favor.